All right, let's get into it. Today, we're grabbing our magnifying glasses for a mystery that's been playing out right in front of the cameras in Washington. It's time to open the case file on the president's hand. But hey, before we start digging for clues, do me a quick favor and smash that like button. It seriously helps us out. You ready? Let's do this.
Okay, so here's the central question, right? For weeks, photographers have been zooming in on President Trump's right hand, and something's just not right. So what is actually going on?
Let's start with Exhibit A, the hand itself. We gotta lay out the facts before we dive into all the wild theories and, yes, the cover-ups.
So check out the evidence. We're talking about a recurring dark bruise, not just a little mark. It's got these deep purple colors, and it covers pretty much the entire top of his right hand. The size and the fact that it just kept showing up, that's what got everyone's attention.
And this, my friends, is where the story gets really interesting. Because if it's just a simple bruise, no big deal, right? But instead, we've seen some, let's just say, creative attempts to make it disappear.
First up, we've got the classic hand tuck. During a crazy long 3-hour cabinet meeting, his hands were apparently hidden under the table most of the time. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, nice try.
Then there was the switcheroo. Now, everyone knows the president is right-handed. But get this, in one meeting, he was seen holding up a picture with his left hand. It's subtle, sure, but it kept that bruised right hand perfectly out of the shot. Sneaky.
Ugh. This one's my favorite. You gotta love it. At one point, he was spotted with his hand literally slathered in what sources called a completely mismatched shade of concealer. I mean, A for effort, but the color matching? A total fail.
And finally, we have the hand shield. While sitting right there in the Oval Office, he was seen keeping his bruised right hand tucked right under his left one. It seems like a lot of work is going into hiding this thing.
Of course, with all this chatter, the White House had to say something. So, what was the official line from the president's own doctor?
And here it is. The official story is that it's just, minor soft tissue irritation from shaking a lot of hands, maybe made a little worse by taking aspirin. Okay, case closed. Not so fast. The White House reportedly dodged any and all requests for the doctor to answer follow-up questions.
Because, well, it turns out the hand might only be one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Our investigation dug up a few other clues that have been raising some eyebrows.
Right around the same time, people started noticing something else. The president's ankles looked severely swollen, and that just opened up a whole new can of worms about his health.
Now, the White House did give a diagnosis for this one. They called it chronic venous insufficiency, or CVI. They said it's super common for someone his age and insisted it requires absolutely no lifestyle changes. Move along, nothing to see here.
So, let's recap. We have a weirdly persistent bruise, swollen ankles, and an official story that feels incomplete. But just when you think you've got it figured out, the whole narrative just takes a complete U-turn.
Despite everything we just saw, the administration's official line is that the president is in excellent health. They said his annual physical went great. They even made sure to mention how good his golf game is.
And to really hammer the point home, they brought out a statement from his former doctor, Ronnie Jackson, who made this incredibly bold claim, that he was the healthiest president this nation has ever seen. So, what do we make of all this? We've got the visual evidence, we've got the clumsy cover-up attempts, and we have an official story that seems to clash with a much bigger picture. Is it just a simple bruise, or is it a clue to something more? We've laid out the facts. Now it's up to you. You be the judge. So what's your verdict? Drop your theory in the comments section below. And hey, if you want to join us on our next investigation, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss a thing. Thanks for watching.